we were talking about our goals. What happened to our goals? Okay, some of us are very good at setting goals. Some of us set goals in the head. Some of us don't at all set goals. So what's the reason? Okay, let's try to understand it. But for the sake of discussion, I want you to focus more on areas you are not yet setting goals, or you're setting your goals in the head. Okay, or the goals which is in the area of you not shining bright. Okay, since we are talking about success, it's important for us to steerhead these conversations in those areas which you need to become more successful. Okay, so let's discuss from that side. So when did we first hear these words called goals? Maybe when you were third grade or fourth grade, and one of those PTMs, your ma'am, the teacher called you along with your parents to talk about math, or in the subject maybe you are not doing so great. So maybe you'd have got some, say, 10 out of 25 or 15 out of 25. Then your ma'am called and said, look, you need to work hard, you need to put effort, you need to do certain things to improve your marks. And you enthusiastically, without your knowledge, would have told, yes ma'am. What would have happened? Life after and before setting goal. So let's talk about the first case, which is the positive case. When you had enough support, you know the processes, and you are able to achieve that goal. And then you again tried setting that process. Again you tried to have some little more success. There was progress. You repeated, and then you became so great at it. With formally knowing that this is a goal, or informally you working progressively towards it, you became a master. You became good at that particular thing which you perceive as, I'm good. If I suddenly ask you, what are you good at? Maybe certain things like art, craft, coding, drawing, or you talk about sports, you talk about certain elements that you're good at. So all of those are the proofs that not every goal setting experience had been disastrous. So that is the reason some of you are very good with the setting goals concept and going at, but it's very few in number. There are certain places where we show resistance in setting goals, especially in the areas we are struggling with. In those areas, what would have happened? Okay, life before going to setting the goal is like you play in the park. Well, remember, you're third grade or second grade student, so you used to play, do some homework, watch TV, videos, eat dinner, sleep. Life was super fun. But the moment you set the goal, you had reduced playtime, you had constant reminders from parents to work on your goals, to solve more problems, to attend more classes. Naturally, you'll have reduced fun time, more study time. And whatever you did, but you didn't get the result you were looking at. Say, for example, you got 10 out of 25 and you aspired to get 18 out of 25. Still, perhaps the ecosystem, your parents, your environment, teachers, friends, made you feel that maybe, or you yourself would have felt some certain disappointment. Again tried, again some disappointment. So this repeat process of not being able to achieve what you aspire to achieve would have left you somewhere disappointed and made you feel like, oh my God, life is very complicated. I don't want to set goals. So the conclusion you have made is setting goals is fun or kills fun. For all those positive cases, is fun. For all those negative cases, it kills fun. If you had situations where you set goals and you are able to achieve and people praised, you feel very good with declaring, setting formal ways of doing things, because you had positive experiences dealing with it. But on the contrary, if you had declared goals and you were not able to achieve, and there were some people laughing at it, or you felt disappointed, your parents disappointed, or your siblings got disappointed, any of the negative experiences would have led you to decide without your knowledge that it's better not to declare goals, so that it will avoid others from making fun of me when I don't achieve them. So even today, you will not declare goals. You may set it in secretly in your head, but never tell it outside. In the places where you set a goal, but you planned, but you never achieved your plans, always you tell something, you either half achieve it or leave it, or you do entirely something else which you have not even planned for. So you made a decision that I don't want to plan, I'm not good with planning. So today also you might be struggling with planning. Some people plan, set a goal, but they don't stick to the plan. You think that I have to start studying at 6:30, or you wanted to do certain activity at 6:30, but you will never do it. Always postpone. So you believe that I am not good with sticking to plans, so better avoid it. Or we have labels attached, like I am not good at it, this subject is difficult, boring, I am not intelligent, I'm not smart, no matter what I do, I can't get better, I can't be the first, there's no point in me working hard, putting effort is waste, I'm lazy, I'm sleepy. So these are all I am not, which is all giving you a negative labeling about your own self. And because of all of this, what is the conclusions we make, you and me? We don't want to commit and we don't want to fail. We don't want to feel guilty of not being able to stick to plans. We don't want to declare and become a laughing stock. In those areas we're struggling, mind you, not all the areas. Don't want to disappoint ourselves or parents. Don't want to feel inferior. Don't want to get into any kind of, already I know I'm not great in those areas. I don't want a written confirmation from people around me that I'm not good at. So we all together avoid it, and we tell goal setting is only for super achievers, not for me. Others can do, but not me. And so we become what? We get stressed about not able to meet our own expectations in those small areas. We sometimes feel inferior. We have fear of failure. We have fear of rejection. We become annoyed when someone asks us to put more effort or give feedback or ask us to stick on to the plans. Sometimes we lie, sometimes we make fun of others. We've been called nerds, we've been called losers. Sometimes we are threatened by others' success. We feel very inferior, or we feel like we get scared to share our knowledge because we think that other persons will achieve it and I'll be left out. Sometimes we are prey to bouts of low motivation. When I'm motivated, I do super work. I am not motivated, I just don't do it. Or I postpone to the last minute and I get stressed. Or because of this comparisons, or because of me always trying to stay on top, I get super stressed. I'm always stressed while I'm doing things. Okay? So all of this, and at times we become people pleasers, at times we have problem saying no. I don't say every one of you will have all the points as yes, but you're relating with couple of pointers, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, at times we also do things because we fear that if I don't do this, my friends might leave me. Okay, so oftentimes we endure a lot of stuff, and what we come across to people as someone we are not interested, we don't care. Especially this conversation only in those areas you are not shining bright. Please mind it. Already you're shining bright because I already gave you the reason. You achieved things, you saw progress, you saw those people around you praising you, you started feeling confident that yes, I can do. So you have no problem there. I don't want to talk about those areas. I'm only talking in those areas where you are today not shining that bright. Okay, and there won't be any human being where there is no area that I am always shining bright in everything. I want you to just put aside your I know everything belief, and just just try to reflect upon what are those areas which I am still feeling lacking. If I have this, I can shine more brighter. I get stopped. I think I can't do it, but I like to do it, but I'm not able to do it in those areas. Or I'm doing it with a lot of struggle. There's no ease and grace. Or I'm super stressed, I'm super anxious, I'm super nervous, I'm super angry. Even you can look at your negative emotions also and handling those emotions, or your relation with your parents, your relation with your friends, how you handle your friends, how you handle your conflicts. You can think about even these, not just to academics. Okay, all those areas you are not shining bright, or you think that my health, I have a couple of health breakdowns, and I try to recover and I'm not able to, or your exercising, eating habits, your habits around screen, watching videos, playing games, mangas, animes, webtoons, fictional novels. Sometimes they can be dangerous too. So you heard about it. So we get, without our knowledge, we end up spending a lot of time on those because we don't want to confront our areas, or we don't want to confront our weaker areas, or we don't have those tools to work on bringing progress in those areas. So we usually hide under the mask of indifference, playing videos, watching videos, playing games, all of spending time on more pleasurable activities, giving up when we face failures or obstacles, have becoming overly stressed, helpless, guilty that I've not been my best, and somewhere secretly telling I'm incapable, I'm not worthy, I am not capable, basically I'm not so great, isn't it? So the big question, now that all of us are in the discussion that we want to be successful, we want to do whatever it takes to become successful, and we are here, this whole curriculum is designed for you to get successful. The question I wanted to ask is, do you really want to continue being like this? Are you happy, complacent, being in your mediocre self state, in those areas you are not shining bright? Or you accept that, yes, I still have a lot of potential to tap into, and I want to get to my best potential in every area. Isn't it so? Do you want to become successful, happier, more productive? Everyone want it, right? Yes, I think you also want it. Perfect. So first thing I want you to all think is about the levers of the next level, levers of success. And the first thing I want all of you to remember is, you are never a failure in those areas you are not shining bright. You failed to get the processes to succeed right. You tried, but you didn't get as successful as you could, you wanted. You didn't know what to do. In your own wise, you tried. It was not helping you as much as it helped others. So you felt that I'm leaving it. So some because of those poor results, somewhere you gave up in those areas, or you stopped trying in those areas. If you're all good so far, you're doing super way well, even then, their life can always be ups and downs. It's a series of ups and downs. So whenever you feel that there is a space where you are yet not successful as much as you could, please understand, it's for a future reference that gaining knowledge is always strength, because knowledge is powerful, right? So if you're having certain areas which you're not shining bright, take it as in those areas. Tell to yourself that I am yet not successful because I failed to get to the process to get success. Once I learn it, I can also become successful like all the other areas I'm successful. If it is for a future reference, know that no matter what, you are never a failure. You only fail in processes. You are whole, perfect and complete. The best version of you. But is there always room for improvement for me to be a better self? Yes. That's what we are trying to attain to. Okay, but for all those who already feel that I have certain areas which I need to shine bright, you can't expect exceptional results with following the same processes, isn't it? So we need to learn new process. You need to learn new tools, new habits, unlearn old habits, unproductive ways of being. But the good news is, you can learn them.